Have you ever wondered why Gen Alpha seems so different? Many Gen Zers and even some millennials believe that Gen Alpha is, well, cooked. You might think otherwise, especially if you yourself are part of Gen Alpha, but I personally believe there's some truth to that statement. Now, just to clarify though, I'm not saying I hate Gen Alpha in any way, but I just think there's a tiny difference between them and all the rest of us. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and they'll grow up to be totally normal people. I have no idea. Anyway, Gen Alphas are growing up in a world filled with iPads, iPhones, and the internet right at their fingertips. This constant access to technology has, in my opinion, significantly impacted their attention spans and their cognitive development, which is bad. Like, just look at this. These kids are literally, destroying their dopamine receptors right now. Like, it's a little concerning to see that from the moment they're born, they're immediately given a goddamn infinite entertainment device to keep them occupied. And you know what? I don't even think it's their fault, because they're kids after all. I think it's the parents' faults. Like, why in God's name would you give your freaking child access to the goddamn internet? Do you know how much bullcrap is on the internet? Like, there's so much stuff that, like, a 5-year-old should not be watching or seeing on the internet, which is, like, I don't freaking know, bro. Like, parents just seriously just need to, like, take a step back and just consider how they're goddamn raising their kids. Like, I know I'm one to speak, but, like, still, I have common sense, which I'm sure most of these parents don't. Anyhow, I don't exactly have any concrete sources to back up my claim, so I'm kind of just leaning on correlation over causation here. But I'm pretty sure there's some scientific studies out there that support the idea that early exposure to electronics can be terrible to their goddamn tiny little brains. Like, it turns an otherwise pretty innocent child into a literal goddamn demon. Like, I've heard from some of my friends interning as TAs in elementary schools that a ton of elementary school kids today seemingly have higher rates of ADHD and ASD. And according to them, it shows. The kids are always rowdy, they never pay attention, they struggle to comprehend basic concepts, and they're acting like literal goddamn demons. Now, again, these are words coming from my friends, so I'm not sure if they're over-exaggerating or not. But I can't imagine why environmental factors like, well, exposure to the goddamn internet wouldn't cause this. Again, not based on science, these are based on personal anecdotes. Now, obviously, this could just be due to society having better awareness of these neurological disorders, leading to higher rates of diagnoses and many other factors. But it just seems too convenient that right after 2010, electronics and mobile devices started to pick up in popularity, and so did the rate of ADHD and ASD. Now, I think where it all began to really spiral downhill is when COVID hit. When the quarantines happened, the world really started to switch over everything from in-person to online, which is kind of messed up because you're literally stripping humans of one of the most important components of life: physical socialization. Like, it's honestly just unfortunate circumstances at this point. Like, I bet if COVID never happens, everything would probably be totally fine. Like, the pandemic and everything kind of just, screwed everyone and everything up. So maybe that's the main reason why everything and everyone and all the Gen Alpha bullcrap is the way it is. But I'm not entirely sure. Actually, yeah, come to think of it, I think COVID really, was the turning point of everything. Like, not just for Gen Alpha, but for, every single generation. Like, for my generation, our social skills and mental health and all our bullcrap just went straight down the drain, the moment COVID started. And then when it ended, everyone was just, really awkward and really goddamn... we didn't know how to be, goddamn humans. It was really, really weird. So maybe we really are just putting too much blame on Gen Alpha, because in all reality, we all got screwed over. We're just making fun of Gen Alpha because they got screwed over the hardest. So I guess Gen Alpha what am I saying? Of course Gen Alpha is cooked, but they're not cooked. It's not their fault necessarily. It's more so, again, just poor circumstances, bad, wrong place at the wrong time type of thing, But in the end, humans are pretty resilient and adaptive creatures. Despite all the hell that Gen Alpha has been going through, I'm sure that down the line they probably will adapt and change and not be stupid in the end. Or they will be stupid, I don't freaking know. But maybe at least some of them, especially if they're watching this video right now, maybe some of them may perhaps, pick a less bad path that doesn't screw them over in the long run. They end up rebounding and recovering completely from all the crap they experienced in their younger ages. But enough talking about all this doom and gloom about Gen Alpha. How about we start talking about what exactly we as a society can do to help combat these pretty nasty issues about Gen Alpha. First of all, for the parents, I'm pretty sure, the parents are the ones that are going to be, like, dictating most of the lives of the Gen Alpha kids here. But first of all, they can start balancing the screen times that these kids, have, right? Instead of letting them free roam all this technology bullcrap, they can just have, like, 1 hour or 30 minutes a day on the iPad or something like that. I don't know. Or they can promote outdoor activities more, like going to the park or socializing with friends and stuff. And just overall, I guess, just being, more involved in your child's life, instead of, just giving them an iPad and and then letting them loose into the goddamn wilderness of the internet. Or just provide them with a higher quality source of entertainment, like on the internet. Like instead of giving them like freaking like unfiltered brain rot on YouTube or something, give them not that. Give them literally anything else. Educational content. Yeah, there we go. That's a good one. And then, I don't know, sign them up for freaking school clubs or give them, like, any chance to socialize with, other people in real life, not online. But in the end, we shouldn't really be blaming these Gen Alpha kids for the way they act or they're stupid, whatever the hell. Rather, it's more so the parents' fault and also just life circumstances in general that have been contributing to whatever the freak is wrong with them. Although I do believe that these kids should be, held accountable for, like, any negative actions that they do, since, that, of course, that's part of the learning process, and without any learning, there's pretty much going to be no change. Oh yeah, that actually brings up a whole nother topic that I have a lot of things to say about, like, gentle parenting, bro. Like, the parenting style where, the parents, like, be, like, super nice to the kids, which, I mean, yeah, it's good in some cases, but, like, in other cases, no, absolutely not. You gotta discipline your kids. You can't just, like, oh, no, Timmy, you don't do that. That's really bad, or something like that. But anyways, that's gonna be for another video, because we are running out of time here. I'm running out of things to say. I've been impromptuing all of the crap I've been saying right now, but this is the first video I've made, so I'm still getting used to all this yappy bullcrap. But if you guys think there's anything that I missed about Gen Alpha kids and stuff that I didn't mention in this video, you guys should let me know in the comments. If you guys want me to talk about anything else that might be like pretty interesting to talk about, also let me know in the comments. But for now, I think I've covered everything, so this is where we're gonna end the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, because that helps this channel grow. This is my first video, so I absolutely need all the support that I can possibly get. But yeah, that's the end of the video.